Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful day has graced us on this fine April afternoon. Carson Watkins alongside my partner Ryan Walker. If you look down the third base line, every Forester player is greeting Coach Mike Frame as he has just won a few weeks ago his 900th career game and is now 10th in the top 10 among active NAIA coaches and wins. Ryan.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Coach Frame, playing for him for 2 years and working alongside him for the last 2 years as well. 4 years, and Coach Frame picking up his 900th win against Grace. It was a 42 game, but was not able to be there. He was having surgery, and he's had a rough go around the last couple of years with COVID. Everybody knows that for sure. But no guy deserves it more than him. He's been working so hard for 35 plus years for this program, and it's just crazy. He's the leading wins leader in NAI among active coaches here, and a couple of weeks ago was walking around with a walker and a wheelchair as well, recovering from surgery, but was able to accept the award walking today with the cane. Incredible stuff, and no man on earth deserves it more than that guy. I love the guy so much. Congrats, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, nobody really deserves it. He puts everything into this program. He's, like you said, 35 plus years now, with faith at the front of the program.
Yeah.
And you just saw, I'm not quite sure if everyone saw, but even the umpires went over and shook his hand. They tipped their caps to him. The Bethel coaches went over. He's impacted everybody who's stepped through the Crossroads League, Ryan.
He certainly has. He certainly has for me. I know that, and every player on this team and everybody that I've played with, and I know for certain everybody that he's coached and worked alongside. The last, I think it's 37, 38 years for him now as the helm, and he also played here for 4 years. So it's about 40 years of service here at Huntington University. He shares the story coming in to college his first year. Really didn't have really a focus on faith. God was just kind of a thing that was here for him, and then one dodgeball event or whatever game that they were playing that he was at, a kind of a senior leader came up to him and invited him to a Bible study, and that's where his faith exploded for him, and that was part of his testimony that I'm hoping he's fine with me sharing here. And ever since then, it's been Christ-centered and it's faith-focused, and that's how he runs his program.
Yes. And you think about it, you think about all the guys and how much players mean to him. I mean, he has a picture of Dalton Combs hanging up in his his office wearing his Giants jersey, and he's had 8 players, I think, go to the majors or at least get drafted. Get drafted, but quite the legacy. But Forester's looking to add a few ticks to that 900 here today, Ryan.
Yeah, they're looking to get. I can't remember what the number would be at now, but at least 2 more here. That's kind of needed in this time of year. Time's running out. There's only 10 conference games left for the Foresters. Splitting yesterday was the goal after losing the first game, but you want to win as much as possible. And much like the Indiana Wesleyan series last weekend, Carson got to get 2 today. They did it last week. We'll see if they can do it here today with Noah Arbuckle on the mound.
Yep, Noah Arbuckle making the start today. This is his 5th game started. He's 3-0 so far on the year. 40.2 innings pitched. He's only given up 4 home runs. Has a 7.97 ERA, but really good. 30 strikeouts on the season, though, Ryan.
Yeah, his last start against Indiana Wesleyan, 5 1/3. Give up the 4 runs, but did get the win, and that's the most important thing. Said that to Joey Butts and his family actually yesterday, saying, yeah, that's the most important stat. And he held his own, had a couple walks, a couple strikeouts, but he's going to have to do it against a tough Bethel lineup that was smacking the ball around yesterday.
So that brings Miranda up to the plate. Miranda batting .231 on the year, about a .330 on-base percentage.
And he was nice yesterday, Carson. 3 for 6 in the series. An RBI to his name. It was a very important RBI. I think that was the go-ahead to eventually win Game 1.
Outside for the first ball.
I'm looking for Arbuckle today. Pound the zone, let his defense work. His defense has been on fire so far. Not a ton of errors and just some really clean play. Let the defense work, get a couple ground balls for some double plays potentially here.
Fouled back. So Arbuckle still at the plate. The 1-2. Fouled back.
It's exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter, Carson. Just see a lot of pitches, foul some back, and set the table for your team for the rest of the games. Tell your teammates what you're seeing from Arbuckle on the mound here.
1-2 again. Ball. Yeah, like you said, just again, like that 330 on base percentage. That's sometimes what you just need from your leadoff hitter, but he does take a swing and a miss for the first out of the inning.
Only 2 strikeouts his last outing against Indiana Wesleyan, but gets the start here for that one.
Foul brings up Worsma to the plate. He's got that one. Oh, and Young cannot get it, and that'll get a single on. Only one pitch there for Worsma, but it's all he needed. Owen Young just could not quite grab it.
Batting third for the Pilots this afternoon, the catcher, number 2, Dominic Deisler.
That brings up Deisler to the plate. They're going to try to send the pickoff move back, but couldn't quite get there. Yeah, try to throw that pickoff move again. Certainly trying to keep Worsma close to the bag. That one called strike 1.
Oh, got to hold him. Got a lot of stolen bases this year. Here he goes.
That one goes to the backstop. And a stolen base there. Not much of a chance there for Kelsheimer.
Well, he's going to first.
I wonder if he got hit by it.
Might have been catcher's interference because he fouled it back so he wouldn't get this stolen base, but he stayed on second. I was like, well, you got to go back.
Well, something's going on because Kelsheimer's being created.
Yeah, I think he off the swing definitely hit him in the hand. Looks like it may have clipped him in the hand. That's unfortunate for Kelsheimer. That's unfortunate for the Forsters too, is now they got 2 runners on here with just 1 out. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Guess that air horn makes its debut today. During the injury. Oh man, he might have to get taken out of this game. Jaden Deal's ready to go. Yeah, looks like Deal's gonna come in and enter this game. That's not a good sign for Foresters with Callan Kelsheimer splitting the duties. He always will catch game 1. Deal will always get game 2, but it looks like Deal's going to have to do both of them here. Trying to get our scoreboard graphic up there. Carson's working behind the scenes. Dominic Deisler will step to the plate in a second here. They're going to give Arbuckle some warm-up pitches to Deal so Deal can get ready.
So really unfortunate break there for the Foresters. Not sure what that means as these two usually split catching. We'll see if they're going to have Deal do game 2 or if he's going to sit out for the rest of the inning. Or certainly not what you want, as that one's down the third base line. That one goes back, trying to really keep these base runners at bay any way they possibly can. Swing and a miss. The 0-2. Favorable count here for Arbuckle. That one fouled back out of play. Young gives chase, but not going to have a play on it. That one finds a home, temporary home in the woods. One of our very nice soccer players going out to the woods today. Going out to grab some fly balls. A little bit of a good relationship they have. The soccer team will get the fly balls. The baseball team will get the balls at the soccer game in the fall. Another one fouled back. Coach Lawson's boys really going to get a workout today out there. So a long 0-2 count here for Stout. Arbuckle threatens again. The 0-2. That one chopped. Satchel Wilson's under it. They're going to get one from Ginder and throw it across, and Ginder got wiped out by it. They're going to bring the play home, and he is out at the plate! Foresters have been the king of unconventional double plays, and they get another one there. A risky send will not result in anything for the Pilots, and they will end the first inning runless. This is Carson Watkins on FDN Sports.
No, you're good. So I got it to work, and then now it went back to Spring Arbor. So he said you have to click on this, and now it won't let me edit. Because I pressed edit and everything was fine. Try closing out. What about something saved it? It's which is it? It's that one. Yeah. No, I didn't mean to click on it. I know. I didn't mean to click on it. No, it's fine. I wish somebody would actually do this freaking job in easier. Like Dylan and Matt or something. I'm really not mad at Matt, but Dylan, right? I'm just tired of it. We're the only two that freaking care about it. Okay. So right there. So
So Daniel Lichty comes to the plate. First pitch right down the pipe for strike one. That one down the third base line. Pilot's giving chase, and it drops fair. So Daniel Lichty will get a leadoff single in an unconventional way.
Batting second for the Foresters, the center fielder, number 4, Ian McCutcheon.
That brings up Ian McCutcheon to the plate. A leadoff single. McCutcheon had a home run yesterday in game 1 and then got a triple, but did reach home on a technical inside the park home run as it was thrown into the dugout right when he reached third. So a very good day yesterday for McCutcheon. Lichty goes. They're going to throw it down to second, and Lichty is in time for a stolen base. McCutcheon still at the plate with a 3-1 count. No one fouled. Fills up the count. Frank Pelsack on the mound today, really the ace of the staff. Three-two in the turf. Foresters get both hitters on base. So that brings up Langston Ginder to the plate. Langston Ginder having a very good game yesterday. And he tries to lay down the bunt, but gets a strike. Really not the bunt location you want. A little bit low. Appears to see if he'll keep trying to lay down a bunt, but really both runners being in scoring position. Only one out. It would be huge for the Foresters. He squares down the butt, goes back to Pelsack, and he gets there. So Langston Ginder advances the runners and gets a sacrifice bunt. As the Foresters threaten with Satchel Wilson coming to the plate. Satchel Wilson comes to the plate. He did also join the home run party during Game 2 yesterday as he chops that one to third. And they're not going to get the play at the plate, and they'll just go to first with it. And not before Satchel Wilson can collect an RBI. Daniel Lichty will reach, and the Foresters have an early.
The designated hitter this afternoon, game one, for the Foresters, number 24, Matt Wolf.
That brings up Matt Wolf to the plate. So Matt Wolf comes to the plate, the designated hitter. A beautiful sunny day. Unfortunately, the wind still wanted to visit us, but high 40s, sunny, and it'll go into the low 50s here soon as Wolf takes a check swing for a strike, and he's down 0-2 early. No 2. He fouls it back to stay alive. The 0-2 to Wolf, high for a ball. Inside for ball 2. Plesac thought he had it. He started walking off the mound. And now it's 2-2. 1-0 your score, 2-2 the count with 2 outs. McCutcheon at third. Foresters would really like to get him home here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Matt Wolf goes down swinging. And that'll bring the Foresters back to the field. Not before Satchel Wilson can get a run home. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. A unconventional double play, a 6-4-2 ended the Pilots' last inning. That one sailed to left field. It is back and right at the warning track. The catch is made.
Good out number 1 there, Carson.
Great out number 1.
Yeah. I'm back.
Thank you so much to everyone joining us today. I want to make sure we got a nice little score bug made for you with the correct score and teams who are participating today.
Not easy.
outside for ball 1. So Foresters do get a run off of a sack bunt from Langston Ginder that advanced the runners, and then a sacrifice ground ball to third from Satchel Wilson for first RBI of the day. Swing and a miss for Tolson. That one over to Satchel Wilson. Throws it to first, and Owen Young gets the out. And a quick 2 outs for Arbuckle.
Now batting for the Pilots is designated hitter, number 10, Henry Cano.
9-inning game here in a doubleheader. And Ryan, this one really becoming really crucial as Indiana Wesleyan is playing Goshen today, and they kind of got to him yesterday.
Yeah, they won 2 yesterday in the doubleheader sweep. We're able to get those 2 there. Haven't checked the standings. They should be.
We're tied for
probably
third.
tied with them again.
Tied
yeah.
for third, yep.
So the Forester is working right now. They do have there's looks like maybe a double. We'll see with the speed.
Gonna send it to second, and he's safe. Just stayed on the bag.
But yeah, the Foresters, they do have the tiebreaker going to them in that 3-1 series victory over Indiana Wesleyan, but they got some business to take care of today. Carson trying to get game number 1 here, and going to try to get game number 2 as well. Getting a split probably is not the best thing in the world for Huntington with just a couple more series left in terms of the regular season standings.
Foul back. So Arbuckle having a pretty good start on the mound today. Only giving up 2 hits. And Deal still behind the dish.
You had to go in there to replace Kelsheimer. Not an easy thing to do, to ramp yourself up and get ready. Of course, you always got to be ready, and he was catching in between innings when Kelsheimer.
They go back to the bag, and he's safe! Langston Ginder cannot believe it! Ooh. Oh, he's not happy.
Definitely made it a lot closer than what it needed to be. Foresters love to get outs any way they can, even if it's via the pickoff. And Arbuckle made a really good inside move. Kind of did a twitch or kind of a hitch when he brought his leg up. Whew, almost got him.
The 1-1 swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, Langston Ginder had his hands on his knees. He was, wowzer. No argument from Thad Frame, though. Might just want to try to get the strikeout here, and with no damage, that one's in the turf, and it gets away from Deal, and he has to go back to the backstop, and Sarno advances. Some unhappy Forester fans in the crowd right now. Here to hear a couple boos. I believe they're Forester fans. Really good.
Well, I don't think they were necessarily booing. I don't think so. I think it might be Thomas Doolin at the plate. I heard that yesterday.
All right, well, strike 3. Foresters don't get any damage there, and they will go to the top of the bottom of the second with Jarrett Gray leading off. I want to give a little pitcher profile here. Ryan. Quite recognizable last name for some fans for the Pilots today.
Yeah, wanted to do this in the first inning, but we were having some difficulties. It's just a 2-man band here today with Carson and I, but yeah, fist bump as always.
Wouldn't have any other way.
Of course, yeah. Frank Plezak on the mound. He's a stud pitcher. Obviously, 2.76 ERA. Did a really good job against Goshen last game, but He's got quite the name, that Plesac name. He's the brother of Zach Plesac, who's the Cleveland Guardians starting pitcher. He's played in the big leagues for 4 seasons. Carson loves that. He's a 12th round pick in 2016, but he's found himself really safely in the starting rotation. He's done a really good job. Career ERA of 3.86. So Frank on the mound, you know, it runs through the family and the bloodlines because his uncle as well. So he's the nephew of Dan Plesac, who played 18 seasons in the big leagues, is a 3-time All-Star, and now serves as a network analyst for MLB Network on TV. And, you know, hearing that Plesac name, I go, you know what? I have seen him on MLB Network, but he was known as a big league pitcher as well. He's primarily a closer / relief pitcher for Milwaukee and Toronto. But he also played for Pittsburgh, the Chicago Cubs, Philadelphia, and Arizona. So it runs through the family. And when you look at all 3 of them, 2 big leaguers that have made a name for themselves, and then the short end of the stick, I guess, goes to Frank, who's absolutely dominating at this level here too. So it's really not a short end of the stick when you look at it at the end of the day. It's had a terrific season this year.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you definitely don't put it across him to not get drafted either. I mean, it's in the realm of possibilities. A lot of Crossroads League talent has been going through the draft. You know, once you get in the minors, it's kind of a little bit of a crapshoot. You just never know. So first pitch here, Jarrett Gray is low.
Yeah, you just never know. When Dalton Combs was picked up, he made it up to AAA for a game or 2, but he was doing really well at the high A level and playing in AA. He had some really good numbers for being a 35th round pick.
That one just paints the corner for strike 1. Plus, who doesn't enjoy a good night at a minor league baseball field?
I'll tell you what, Forest Glen Park certainly does kind of look like a minor league baseball
Oh,
park.
absolutely. Especially when those trees are alive back there.
Yes, of course. A little dead out there now, but still, the whole place is amazing.
When they're in bloom, they look really good. But looks good now. That one curved right back into the zone.
Yep. It's a good pitch from a really good pitcher who the Foresters jumped on in the first inning. Yesterday did not do that against Ty Mickiewicz. They just got the one off of the solo shot.
2-2. That one's chopped first base side. Easy play for the Pilots, and that'll be out number 1 for the Foresters.
Well, hopefully for HU's sake, yesterday isn't the same thing where they pick up the 1 run in that first inning and then nothing for the rest of the game. I guess we'll have to see. All they have to do to beat us is get 1 over the next 8 innings, so we'll see what they choose.
Not an easy task with Plesac on the mound, though.
Yeah, definitely not.
Brings up Owen Young. OY. OY to the plate. I'm starting to get these nicknames, so I'm slowly getting there. It's especially easy as that one sailed and it goes foul.
You know Jarrett Gray's?
Is it just Gray?
Well, I call him JG.
JG?
Yeah.
Okay, so initials and last names are the easy ones.
Yeah, if you had to guess, just say the last name or combine the initials. Something like that.
It's always fun. You know, obviously, Ryan played for the Foresters for a few years, so he gets Walker. I'm just Carson. I don't even get my last name. I get my first name.
Oh,
so
you've got nicknames.
I'm not. Oh, don't even go there.
Cookies.
Oh my gosh, I was hoping you were gonna go there.
Carson Cookies, Coca-Cola.
I'm gonna turn off your microphone.
Hey, I was gone for like an inning.
Maybe 2 might serve you well.
Oh wow. Jeez Pete, I'm trying to work hard for you. I got the graphic up for you, and that's what I get in return. No apologies.
No apologies. That's fair. 1-2.
Oh.
A foul ball check swing. Don't see that very often, but. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, Ryan. The Foresters kind of live by the deep ball as Young gets another foul back. They really, and we talked about it because they got that one run during game. They got that one run during game 1. It was off of the long ball, and then they scored 9 in game 2. Well, I'm pretty sure 8 or 9 of them were courtesy of home runs. And you don't want to sit here and say that's unsustainable. But certainly when you get to conference play and you go to a different stadium that you're less familiar with, you don't really want to focus too much on just hitting home runs.
Yeah, Bethel, we highlighted it. Not much of a power team. They definitely can do it. No home runs yesterday, but they got the split, and they create runs other ways.
That one gets there, short has it, and is out!
Very similar to how game 1 ended yesterday with Owen going over to first.
McDonald made a good play at it. 2 down. That brings Nico Davitt up to the plate. I thought that one was hit a lot harder off the bat, but it just kind of started rolling, and McDonald had a pretty easy play on it. That brings up Nico Davitt to the plate. Having a great season so far. 247 batting average, but a 389 OPS.
On base percentage, you mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I was going to say that's a terrible OPS.
no, on base percentage. I misread the.
He's Mr. Clutch too.
Yes. He likes to hit walk-off home runs. He let you know that in his post-game interview.
Have you hit one like that before?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, I have. Sky back. Speaking of which, little shameless plug, Ryan. Behind the dish, Forrester Baseball.
Yeah. Behind the dish this week was featuring the walk-off hero last week, Game 4, with Davitt. Talked a little bit about that and a couple other things. I'll have to find out.
Ooh. So where could I listen to Behind the Dish, Ryan?
Definitely on Spotify. I think Apple Podcasts, Anchor. You can go to my Twitter at RyanWalkerHU and find it there too.
Davitt skies that one to right. Camped under it, and it gets there on the run. Had to take a little dive for it, but a 1-2-3 inning for the Pilots. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. Dolan making a beautiful play in right field to end the inning, and now he has to lead off.
Looking for another good inning from Noah Arbuckle.
Only 29 pitches, 2 Ks. That one smoked into the dugout, and everyone gets to go dancing.
Davitt, unfortunately, not a part of the dancing. He's out in right field, so. Well, he could be over there. Who knows? Might hit the gritty.
You think you're so funny. 1-1 the count. 2 straight innings with a little shot thrown at me.
Wasn't a shot. I was just saying.
In the turf for ball 2. One of those things, once again, where I just like, oh, no one will notice, and then everybody noticed. The 2-0. That one smoked and just foul. Ooh. Lichty went skied for that one.
Arbuckle was nodding his head ferociously. Yep, foul, foul, foul.
Yep.
That's how you know they want to win, you know, when they are that into it. You know, seeing a foul ball, they're really active. They're ready to make their own calls and stuff like that. He wants to win out there.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Dolan goes down swinging in the top of the 3rd, and that brings Miranda back up to the plate. He struck out swinging his first at-bat. First pitch, foul back.
Good start. Those first pitch strikes, very crucial to each hitter. Already puts you in a good position. Kind of throw whatever you want. That helps too.
An early 0-2 count.
Put it outside the zone or not in the zone. That's a good spot. That's a really good pitch.
A little low and outside, see if you can get him to chase at it. That one's fly out to center field. McCutcheon is under it, and he gets it. Looked like both Gray and McCutcheon wanted it, but
Yeah, Gray put his arms up in the air. He's like, what the heck, man? That's my ball. And McCutcheon called him off. They got a really close relationship, Carson. I believe that McCutcheon's going to be in Gray's wedding over the summer. And they were high school teammates. They've been playing with each other for a long time.
strike 1 to Wiersma. Got a single and was able to reach second during the first inning after the pitch that ultimately took out Kelsheimer. Really kind of throwing a twist into the Foresters' day. They didn't exactly want. Right, the knees for strike 2.
Really good pitch. Really kind of an unhittable pitch, at least for some good contact. Getting into 1-2. Arbuckle really locating nicely here so far this afternoon.
1-2. That one over to Langston Ginder. And they're going to throw it over to first. And Young gets pulled off the bag. And he's out. Sound the air horn for a beautiful defensive play. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Foresters have a 1-run lead. Deal to lead off the inning.
Yeah. I thought you were going to follow it with something.
Just saying he's leading off the inning. You know, I've kind of already mentioned the interesting change, and we'll see what, once I talk to the athletic training staff, maybe between the games, see what, if Kelsheimer hopefully just nicked the bat, they're going to maybe just switch him. Maybe he'll catch game 2. If not, Deal's going to need a very long, he might be late for Easter brunch tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, it's not out of the ordinary to have a catcher catch both games, especially if they're, you know, that talented to do so. Deal should be just fine. I think he'll he'll jump on the opportunity to catch both games as well for sure. But it hasn't messed up Noah Arbuckle, and that's the most important part. Because when your catcher goes down, you got to bring in a new one. It's just a different connection.
Fouls that one back. Hometown just hit the top of the net. Deal one. That curveball is pretty.
Yes, it is. It's a really slow curveball too. Forester hitters can definitely catch up to it, but not if they're looking for it. That's a tough one to hit.
Deal two.
Yeah.
Got him looking. So that brings up Daniel Lichty back to the plate. Daniel Lichty, only person to cross home plate today. Gets that one. First base side to Tolson. He will send it over to Plezak and step on the bag for out number 2.
Oh, that's just 4 pitches for Frank Plezak on the mound this inning. So far, I think he came in with, 31 or so in the inning. He's got 36 total now, so really efficient, especially if you can get McCutcheon out here. Really, no matter how many pitches he faces, that'd be a really nice 1-2-3 for Plezak to keep their ace on the mound.
Yeah, the ace of the staff. That brings up McCutcheon to the plate. Singled his first at bat. That one's foul tip.
Rough day for catchers today, Carson.
Apparently. It's a pretty thankless and dangerous job back there.
Oh, they definitely get thanked back there. I'll tell you that. Every team appreciates their catchers very much so. So much so that you don't even have to hit that well. If you do well behind the plate, you are praised, and rightfully so, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
But if you do hit, then there you go, you're an all-star.
Quite possibly a Hall of Famer. 1-2. Down the third base line and foul.
Well, McCutcheon read that curveball there, that's for sure. He's seeing it well. He'll have at least, I would say, 2 more at-bats against Plezak. McCutcheon, arguably the best Forester's hitter this season. He's just been squaring everything up. Even when he goes 0 for just 1 hit, he's squaring everything.
Foul first base side now and out of play. See who wins this battle, but certainly adding a few more ticks to the pitch count. Isaac, that one's fouled and splash.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, I was saying that even if McCutcheon gets out, it's a really efficient inning for Plezak, but the more pitches, obviously, you can see, the better you're going to be at the plate because you know what you're seeing and you've seen it multiple times. But, yeah, it just does dial up that pitch count just a little bit more each time.
1-2. Fouled again.
Oh, nice snag, Sam.
I think everyone wanted to feel that one.
Yeah, Sam Morley got in front of a couple of the Foresters dugout players and snagged that ball right from him.
Morley, the utility player of all utility players so far this year.
Yeah.
Played second, center. He's pitched.
I think he's played left, maybe.
Perhaps.
As well. Courtesy ran.
The 0-1. That one down the first base line, and it drops McCutcheon's got to gun it for second, and he will get there sliding in. So Langston Ginter comes to the plate with 2 outs. A runner in scoring position. I was saying, when you were thankfully working on the scoreboard.
Now you're thankful.
I am thankful.
Well, you wanted me to get off the microphone for a second.
Yes, but I was thankful you're working on the scoreboard. But you know, I was talking about yesterday. McCutcheon's very risky rounding second, but it did end up working as he kind of gave the Foresters a 2-run cushion off of a triple and reached home on an error.
Risky but smart, I would say McCutcheon is. He knows his speed. He knows where he can get to. And they know that he's got a ton of speed using that inside move to keep him close. McDonald right behind him, too. Making sure he knows he's there.
The 0-1. Takes a rip at it for strike 2. He tipped it.
Ginda had a really nice day at the plate yesterday. He's been struggling a little bit, but yesterday goes 3 for 8. Had that 2-run launch. Pulled it to right field. That was really encouraging to see for the Foresters' 3-hole slot hitter here. And whenever he's doing well at the plate, it just helps the Foresters because right in front of him he's got McCutcheon. Right behind him he's got Wilson and Wolf.
That one chopped to Plezak. Ginter's going to try to run it out, but not much of a chance. That one's tossed over to Tolson. So McCutcheon gets a double, but nothing coming of it. Wilson will lead off the next inning. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. Arbuckle coming out for a 4th inning of work. I give up 2 hits, no runs.
42 pitches so far. Being pretty efficient here today. I had to use Graham Collin yesterday. I had to use Jonathan Baker for a couple innings. They both did really nice job. Especially Bubba, man, he was really fantastic yesterday. And they saved Isaac Horton, too. Didn't have to even use him. Cam Dice went 7 innings total. Baker shoved in relief, which was nice. Those 2 innings. I think he just gave up the 1 hit, no runs. That was really good.
2 straight balls spiked in the turf. Certainly something to watch out for. Got that one over the plate. Out back.
Forster's got to give him some runs, too. Give him 1, which is good. Got to keep the train rolling, though.
Run support is the name of the game for the pitchers. That one paints the corner for strike 2.
It's a good spot. Really was.
Good frame job, too.
Yeah, that was borderline to being 3-1. Arbuckle gets the call. And he knows it's there.
2-2.
Strike 3.
Got him looking for strike 3.
I was gonna say if you called the last one a strike, that one's definitely a strike. And at least according to the home plate umpire. And Arbuckle knew that. And he said, you know what? If that's going to be a strike, I'm going to throw it there. And that's exactly what you do on the mound. You understand the strike zone. You know exactly where to throw it. You got to figure out which corner and high or low, inside, outside, which corner is going to work. And you really want to kind of focus on that spot.
So Stout comes to the plate now. That was Arbuckle's 4th strikeout of the day. Stout was a part of that wacky double play in the first. Not very often do you see a 6-4-2. But
Yeah, no, not really, but they got it done. Had a couple wacky ones yesterday.
Yeah.
They had, what, 3 double plays in that first game, 2 of them in the air.
he checked his swing, it went foul. Pretty good contact for a check swing though.
We'll call it a attempted drag bunt, huh?
Why not?
It'll be tough to attempt that with Lichty over there at third. I would not bunt it towards him personally.
Steps out of the box. Count. Foul back. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Make that 5 on the day for Arbuckle.
There you go, Buck. Really good inning for him so far. Started off 0-2, or no, excuse me, 2-0. Couple spikes into the dirt. And was able to come back and get a couple strikeouts. Now with 2 outs here.
First pitch, strike.
He's got to take on Eli McDonald here. He's been kind of the hero for Bethel yesterday. He went 5 for 7.
Foul tip,
Everything
strike 2
was
though.
falling his way. He's just a sophomore too. Homestead graduate.
Like I said before, the Spartan to Forester pipeline is still running pretty strong.
Only for Bethel.
Yo, 2. That one chopped it in. Gets past Satchel Wilson. And the 2-out hit for McDonald will keep the inning alive for Tulsa.
Just a good piece of hitting. It was a tough pitch to hit. Just got a little bit of a barrel on it, put it through the middle of the hole there between Lichty and Wilson. Perfectly placed, and just continues his really good weekend here against Fortune pitching.
Late. And that one gets in the turf, and that's going to be sent down in late. Foul. So 1-1. The count. Takes a foul tips that one for strike 2.
Good pitch.
So here comes the 1-2. And Arbuckle's gonna make sure McDonald stays close to that bag. See if we get a hit and run. That one outside. For a strike. So 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Make that another strikeout for Arbuckle. So, 2-out hit, leaves the runner stranded, and that'll allow Wilson to lead off next inning. We're back here on FDN Sports. Welcome back to FDN Sports. Satchel Wilson doesn't play 0 for 1 on the day, but does have the only RBI. I went just at his knees for a first pitch strike.
I know the Foresters want to help out Satchel Wilson here. Help out Noah Arbuckle here, get him some runs.
Satchel Wilson will be the help as he fouls
Yes.
strike 2 back. Strikeout for Satchel Wilson. See. So that brings up Matt Wolf to the plate. First pitch to Wolf, fouled.
Some Foresters would definitely love to put up a run for Noah Arbuckle, who's been pitching really well this afternoon. Just one run for the Foresters so far.
That one inside, almost clipped him, but did not. For a ball. The 1-1. That one into center field. Schlasky's under it and out number 2. So that'll bring up Jarrett Gray to the plate. Grounded out to first. His first at bat. Fouls that one back. Orange is making good contact right now. Just can't seem to straighten it out. Be a 1. That one to right field, and another diving play from Dolan. Getting his uniform dirty, but his team appreciates it, Ryan.
Yeah, they sure do, Carson. I mean, that's just been the name of, well, at least the game ones was really, really good defense.
All right, we'll be right back here on FTN Sports.
Noah Arbuckle on for another inning of work here for the Foresters. He's been really good today so far. I'm going to give Carson a breather for a second. Just kidding. We're having some audio issues, some graphic issues, some everything issues. Carson and I are kind of just doing it on our own today. So we're running the whole FTN show, which is great. Arbuckle on the mound for the Foresters. That'll be ball 1 to start this top of the 5th. Started last inning very similar to this one, starting off 2-0, and ended up striking out all 3 of the outs that last inning. McDonald did get on and eventually got to second, but was stranded there. This ball 3 goes by to Andrew Sarno, the 7-hole hitter in this lineup. Really don't want to walk the leadoff hitter in the inning. Whew, close one there. We're trying. We're trying.
So they're gonna
having some audio issues again, or Carson's just trying to give me play-by-play for both games. Deal gonna talk to Arbuckle. Deal had to replace Kelsheimer. Got a bat to the finger. Hopefully he's gonna be okay, but that can't feel good. And it also put a runner on base back in the first. So Deal behind the plate catching for Arbuckle. Testing on this one. This one's good. What about this one here that I'm talking through right now? Nothing? Okay. I'm talking through the... What? Okay. Yeah, so mine's not working. Looks like yours is working. Let's not do that. Whatever you pressed, that was not the right one. Okay. When is it safe to press that again? Try it again.
For the Foresters,
Hello? Nothing. You can go ahead and call it.
Okay. Hello. No, I cut myself somehow too.
Huh?
I actually cut myself again.
Okay.
Do you want to call Adam or something?
I don't know. I don't think he knows.
It's worth a try.
So you said you were hearing yourself now?
Yeah, I was hearing that, and then I tried to turn you up, and it cut me out.
Well, just turn yours up just for now. We'll try to figure it out in between games.
Test it again.
No, because I didn't want it to screech.
Talkback again.
Talkback is on. Yeah. Testing through both. Nothing?
Yeah, he did. I think it bounced to his foot, but didn't see it.
look right at it. I probably have the best view. Other than Nick himself.
1
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to our producer Dylan Herring for helping us out there. Able to get back on the air. Just a simple little fix that escaped Ryan and I's mind. So,
Yep.
still 1-0.
Yeah. Carson have been trying to peek in and out as we're trying to fix some things. Arbuckle still doing really well on the mound. He's got him 2-2 here with an out. Has about 78 pitches so far, so he's going to just keep chugging along. Forsters do have someone warming out there. I believe it's Isaac Horton. Ooh.
So swing and a miss for strike 3.
Now batting for the Pilots, the third pitch.
Just in case they need him, but only an 83 pitch. And Coach Frame has, really showed that he's not afraid to let his pitchers really go the distance if they need to.
Oh, yeah, we've seen it a couple different times throughout the last couple years. Just pitchers going really deep into games. 120 pitches sometimes. I don't think they'll let Arbuckle go that far, but if he feels good and he's still throwing well, I wouldn't put it out of the question for sure.
That one low for strike 2, so an early 0-2 count with 2 outs.
He's looking good here.
Well, I'm just really glad the listeners at home could have their the television on. Swing and a miss for strike 3. It's a drop third strike,
jeez.
though, and it goes way away.
That'll extend the inning.
Extend the inning on a dropped third strike. Got in the chase in the zone he wanted. Deal just could not come up with it.
Now batting for the Pilots will be the shortstop, number 5, Eli McDonald.
Well, Arbuckle's got to make another series of good pitches here to McDonald. He's been the toughest hitter to get out for the Pilots so far in this series, even today as well.
So Deal with a good block.
He's 6 for 9 in the series.
Goes back to the pickoff move and gets him.
He did not get him, actually.
I know he did not. He got there. Thank you.
Yeah.
No. Trying to get my mind back in the game real quick.
And gets him for out number 3.
Does not. He got back. Well, there's strike 1.
Got him there.
Yes, he did. Sorry, just trying to recalibrate here. So the 0-1. That one hit. That one's deep. It is back. Watch it fly out of here. And the Pilots are back on top off the bat of McDonald.
Well, that's why that drop third strike was so important. It's because the next pitch was sent to, well, not the seats, but the hill. And now Bethel has a 2-1 lead. That's just really unfortunate for Arbuckle, who got the third
Beauty.
third out and
Now batting
struck out Alex Stout.
to number 12, Cooper Tolson.
That is tough. Well, Forster's got to battle back now with the bats. They've been quiet. Got to
That
get
one
the first out first.
chopped over to Langston Ginder, who gloves it, sends it over to Owen Young, and that will end the inning. So, Pilots, McDonald leave the yard, and they have a 2-1 lead. We'll right back here on FDN Sports.
Pilots
One swing of the bat changes everything for the Bethel Pilots there, Ryan.
Well, yeah, technically 2 swings of the bat that I'd highlight. The swing and a miss for strike 3, but dropped third, so it allowed the runner to go to first and McDonald to get that extra at bat in there to keep the inning alive. And boy, was that important. The first 2 runs for Bethel comes in the 6th, takes the lead, and yeah, Foresters now find themselves down after having the momentum on the defensive side with pitching. Now has to go do it with the bats, which they've been quiet since the first inning, similar to the first game.
So Daniel Lichty steps up to the plate now and takes a first pitch strike. That curveball still causing some problems.
Yeah, and it won't get any easier. That was just the 67th pitch from Frank Plezak on the mound, the ace. If he keeps this right up, he's going to get a complete game.
Lichty over first base. Tolson on it, and he's going to step on the bag for out number 1 to Lichty.
Well, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to get it from McCutcheon here, the most likely guy to reach, but you can't rely on him all the time here. He was 4 for 7 yesterday in the doubleheader, had that solo shot, the only run in the first game. He's 1 for 1 with a double. He's really the only one that's seen Plezak so far.
Plezak ended last inning striking out 2 batters looking. That one high from McCutcheon. He had to duck out of the way of that one.
You know, it might not be a bad strategy just to put him on, maybe not plunk him, but put McCutcheon on, make sure he doesn't get extra bases, but I'm sure they won't do that. They're definitely going to challenge him here. Power on power.
1-1. McCutcheon really causing a spark so far. So we reach the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss for strike 2. He actually did tip it off.
Definitely wanted that one. We'll see who wins this matchup. McCutcheon's got him twice so far, reaching base with a walk in the first inning.
The 1-2. And the turf for a ball.
He wants it. For sure, definitely was ready to swing at that one. Really good idea not to, of course. It's outside the zone, but 2-2 here.
Certainly wants to get on base. That one chopped third base side and foul. High again, and McCutcheon has the count full.
It's just a really good battle. Best hitter on the Foresters, best pitcher on the staff for the Pilots. Going hand in hand right here with a full count. Nothing better than this here, Carson.
Baseball at its finest. Who wins this battle? The pitch to McCutcheon. He gets it. That one goes to short. Beautiful play there. Throw over to first is late, and he gets the out.
Just barely. That was a really nice play, though, by the Bethel infield. Just got to tip your cap there. Plezak gets round 3.
For the Foresters, the second baseman, number 3, Langston Ginder.
So Langston Ginder comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Over 2, actually. It's his third at bat. Both at bats, he's grounded out to the pitcher. Fouls that one back.
Certainly would like to change that, find a hole somewhere, get on base.
Yeah, well, every hole that's gone through the pitcher has met the glove of McDonald and a throw to first. So the 0-1 to Ginder. That one goes deep to left. Camped under it is Miranda, and a 1-2-3 inning meat of the order for Please That coming up, and the Pilots still have a 1-run lead.
Their designated hitter, number 10,
Tolls.
Andrew Sarno.
Sarno comes to the plate. Gonna keep Arbuckle out there. I mean, he's
Oh, yeah.
really not one. Over to Satchel Wilson. He cannot corral it.
Just bounced out of the glove, I think, of Wilson, and it was kind of skated by. Just tough for Arbuckle here. He's done really well. I'm not faulting Satchel Wilson for it. Just a tough break for Arbuckle to start off the inning with that after giving up the home run after a drop third strike to end the inning.
That brings up Shalaski. He's going to try to lay down the bunt. It's in the turf. Deal gets in front of it, though. Was showing bunt.
Looking for something in the air here on a bunt. Try to get the out through the air. That'd be ideal.
That one.
Can
That one
get
goes
there.
to
Oh.
Arbuckle thought about going for the lead runner. He decided not to. And on the fielder's choice, we'll just go back to first.
I thought he could have gotten him, but he probably did make the smart move.
The safe out.
Yeah, just making sure you do get that out. Arbuckle would have had to put a lot of juice on it, too, to get it there. But not a go-ahead run, but getting up by 2 is now over at second, and the Foresters' bats have been quiet. So that's very important.
2-1. Foul back.
If you're HU, you cannot let that run score. You just can't. Plezak's going to be out there for the entire game.
That one scorched up the middle.
And he's going to score.
Waving him home, and he will cross home plate. That air really hurting right now, Ryan.
Yeah, it's just been Arbuckle's been making all the right pitches. He's unfortunately going to get pulled here as they start to see him through the lineup a couple different times. But Arbuckle did a fantastic job today.
95 pitches,
Yeah.
9 strikeouts. 6.
You couldn't have asked for a better start from him, and, all the runs that he was able to let through, those 3, none of them are really his fault. Just got an error and the drop third strike with 2 outs. That could have been the third out. And I'm not really blaming the infield here. He can't be absolutely perfect all the time, but you just got to feel for Arbuckle, who made all the right pitches and should be leaving this game with no runs. But
Well, we got a pitching change. Coach Thad Frame really giving his infield some encouragement. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. Not an easy not an easy start for our new pitcher. Ryan, run us the numbers.
Isaac Horton on the mound. Didn't have to use him yesterday, which was nice. Baker and Dice did a really good job. But Horton on the season, 9.25 ERA. This is his 18th appearance. He's going after Brent Turner. I don't know if he's going to be able to get there. We'll see. I think, his 24 appearances, which is the record. 24 innings of work this season. Pitched really well against Indiana Wesleyan, but let's see. I think he faced 14 guys. The two that he did not get out, was a 2-run shot and a solo home run to give him 3 earned runs. But every hitter beyond that, he got out and did a really nice job keeping Indiana Wesleyan off the bases and putting 0 runs across the board. And then, like I said, the 2 home runs back-to-back, it was just kind of like, are you serious? He just won about 4 innings of perfect work.
That's really been the story of the Foresters the last couple weeks, Ryan. Just really good pitching, but just some costly, I don't even want to call them mistakes. I just can't think of another word. Just good hitting, couple drops. That one skied to center field. McCutcheon's going to give it chase and dropped out of the glove of Gray. That's an error. An E7.
Now batting for the Pilots, the second baseman, number 15, Jeremy Wiersma.
Got to make those catches. Got to get a ground ball here if you're Horton. Try to get a double play going. Try to limit the damage just to 1 run. Plezak's going to be out there again, so it's not going to get any easier on the offensive side. But you got to keep it a 2-run game if you want to try to win this thing. They tried yesterday in the 9th inning, had a couple guys on, and Owen Young was probably about a quarter of a step away from tying the game. Being safe.
Foul back for strike 2. Jeremy Wiersma at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day.
He's got speed, too. It'd be tough to turn 2. That'd be quick.
That one into center field. McCutcheon giving chase, and he makes the grab. Runner tags and gets over the head of Wilson. Ginder had to go chasing after it. They do get the out, though, so a very crucial at bat here for Deisler.
Yeah, it was a good way to get the out. Runner does tag up, so anything to the backstop potentially could score another run. But with 2 outs, they don't have the opportunity to tag anymore. So defense got to be good. Horton's got to make some good pitches, and he has. It's just got to be perfect here.
That one, David gets there. Well, that was about as perfect as you can get.
Yep.
Couple errors cost the Foresters, and they are now down 2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Take your stretches, everyone. A brutal top of the 7th for the Foresters.
Well, it wasn't that. It wasn't that it was brutal. I don't think. I think it ended up very, well, not nicely, I guess you could say, but it was fine because they stranded the runner at first and third, and they limited just to 2 runs here. But they've only gotten 1 through 6 innings here so far, and they've only got 9 outs left. But they got to go through the meat of the order here. I need somebody to get on base here and put a run through in this inning. Got to start chopping away now.
We'll see what Satchel Wilson can do as he leads off and skies it. Right field, and Dolan's camping under it, and a 1 pitch, 1 out for the Foresters.
Now batting for the Foresters, the designated hitter, number 24.
And that brings up Wolf to the plate.
Wolf.
Wolf pretty quiet at the plate today, 0 for 2 as he takes a first pitch strike. The 0-1, fouled. That one takes a drive. Dolan's back out, and he adjusts well and gets the out.
Got a really good swing on it from Matt Wolf. Just not deep enough, unfortunately, though, for Wolf and the Foresters. There's not much you can really ask more of in that swing. It was just right to him. Now quickly down with 2 outs.
So Jarrett Gray comes to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. This umpire has a weird motion, like he'll point towards the other.
Yeah.
You're like, it's usually if it's a strike, you just call it back at the dugout. He calls the ball on strike, and I figured it out at this point. In the turf for ball 2.
I'll get a good opportunity here with 2-0. If Gray sees a pitch that he really likes, he's going to turn on it. Forster is definitely not afraid to swing 2-0. In fact, they really love to swing on 2-0.
See what he does here. Did take a big rip at it. Gets the strike. He chops that one. Checked his swing. He's going to try to run it out. Plezak throws it over to first, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Foresters, and they could at least afford it, Ryan.
Yeah, Carson, you got to put people on base. That's the name of the game, and can't go down 1-2-3 in the meat of the order.
So, still a 2-run lead for the Pilots as we go to the top of the 8th here on FDN Sports. A crucial top of the 8th coming here for the Foresters.
Yeah, pitching has been really, really good today, Carson. Horton came in and did not allow a run. Gray dropped the ball out in left field, which could have been out number 2, but Horton still overcame that and got guys out with first and third and stranded the runners there. It was really nice job from him, but he's still got a job to do with 2 innings left here. We'll see if they go with him the rest of the game.
Take first pitch, corner. A little bit of action in the bullpen. I can't tell if that's anybody or if it's just.
Well, I'm sure Pappenbrock's getting ready for sure for his start.
That one over to Lichty. Lichty fires across the field, and Owen Young gets a good scoop on it. A quick 1-2-3 here would be huge for the Foresters, Ryan.
Well, I'm going to have to. Can't put any more runs up on the board. Plezak's going to be in there the entire game. I don't remember what his pitch count was at, but I'm pretty much almost guarantee he's going to be in for the rest of the game here. He's got 85 pitches. He's going to be out there for 2 more for sure.
What's the damage on Cal?
One. That one. Paints the corner for strike 1.
This is on his wrist.
Strike 2. See what Horton can do. Only 8 pitches in, Ryan.
It's on his glove hand.
And throws that one ripped in. Owen Young, defensive. Got up, didn't really have to use too much of his vertical, but will certainly take it.
That's an out that the Foresters needed. I'll tell you that. To get 2 outs. What a play from Owen Young. He's a really tall and pretty athletic player for his size. Goes up and gloves that one. The length of the glove definitely helped on that one too.
That one over, and it beats the gap.
That's exactly why, because that runner could be on third right now, or at least in scoring position at the minimum.
That one was just smoked off the bat from Tolson.
Batting for the Pilots, the designated hitter, number 10.
Yeah, the last one was too, for sure.
That's quite the exit, Velo.
Off of McDonald, yeah. He's when he gets out, which is rare in this series, it's a loud out.
Throughout the day, Tolson grounded out to Satchel Wilson, struck out on a rip, and then grounded out to Langston Ginder. Strike 2.
Got to make a good pitch here. Don't put it in the zone. If you are, put it on a corner somewhere. Make him swing at it.
A big 0-2. Runner goes. It's in the turf. Easy. Tolson just peeled away.
Not much of a base stealer. It's his 2nd of the year. Potentially a hit and run possibility, or definitely off speed.
That one right down the pipe for strike 3. Got him looking. Runner strands at second, and the Foresters need their 7, 8, 9 hitters here. All right, back here on FDN Sports. Bottom of the 8th inning, Foresters struggle to get base runners on right now.
Yeah, they are. Plezak doing exactly what we thought he would do today, and that's just really dominate the Foresters. He's got about a mid-2 ERA and a really depleted pitching staff in the Crossroads League. I think they have less than 10 pitchers that have a 4 ERA or under. It hovers around that 10 number, and that's no 4 ERA isn't that bad, but definitely isn't like a top 10 kind of thing. And he's right in the mix for potentially pitcher of the year, Carson. Definitely first team.
Oh, Young skies that one foul.
Although Shively over at Taylor, he has had a fantastic season. He leads the ERA numbers over there at Taylor, and it's really not even close. He strikes out everybody too.
Yeah, no, they're in first place.
Yep, he's a big reason why.
Only team in the Crossroads League in the top 25 right now is Owen Young. Gets that one past third. It is fair. Young tries to beat it out, and it is in time.
Well, that's 3 times in a row that Young is just a step or less away from getting on first. You got to feel for him. Just hustling down to first. Just no reward for him, unfortunately. But a very crucial first out for Plezak on the mound. Stout made a terrific play at third. He's been playing a really good third base.
That brings up Nico Davitt to the plate. Curveball still really just causing problems for the Forsters.
Yep, whatever. It's a slow curveball, but whatever the location or the spin, it's just hard to pick up for Huntington, and it's just really been an unhittable pitch all afternoon.
A little low for strike 2.
And inside. Got to swing the bat, though.
The 0-2 to Davitt. Takes a rip at it and stumbles to the ground for strike 3. That brings up Deal to the plate.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Jake Deal. How many curveballs are you going to see, Jake?
Hit him.
Hey,
Gets on base.
that's how you do it, right?
I suppose. I mean, probably doesn't feel good, but
Oh, I'm sure it feels fine. I don't think it wasn't that fast, and that's not a shot at Plezak. He's been carving Forsters up with it, but it wasn't that fast. I would say around 75, 80 mile an hour.
yep, so hit him. 2 outs for Daniel Lichty. See what he can do. Had a pretty quiet day at the plate so far. 1 for 3. Reached on a single, leading off the entire game. Rips that one. See what Daniel Lichty can do. Give the Foresters life. Sam Camorley pinch running.
Yeah, just courtesy running for Jaden Deal for catchers. Make sure your catchers get all their gear on in between innings.
The 0-1. So 0-2 here for Lichty over a huge pitch. It's on the way, and it is foul. Lichty stays alive.
No chance at it. Okay, out of play.
You see it curving.
Just never know with the wind or
Stout.
tail on it.
Stout really kept moving for that. He really
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
he might have had a play on it.
Well, at the top of the order, Lichty has struggled this series. Getting on base, went 1 for 8 in the series yesterday, those doubleheaders. But no better guy to do it at the plate here.
Lichty fouls that one back, stay alive. Really protecting the plate there.
Had to. Really had to. It was inside curveball, and umpire behind the plate has called inside pitches all day today. So really good swing by Lichty not to look at that and possibly get rung up. Gets a new life. Hopefully a mistake pitch.
Another 0-2 to Lichty. High for a ball.
Bethel's infield certainly thought that they had it. That was borderline though. It was pretty close.
So Dick Lichty has life. Now he has to face a 1-2, and it is low.
Oh, I thought he was going to ring him up.
I thought he was going to ring him up too. So did the Bethel fans. The
Wow.
Bethel infield.
I'm stunned he didn't call that strike 3. I really am. I'm also surprised Lichty didn't swing at it, but he's got a good eye at the plate. Whatever he saw, didn't like and didn't think would be a strike, and got away with it.
The 2-2 to Lichty. Outside, and he battles back into the count.
Yeah, with McCutcheon lurking on deck, this is important to get this guy on here. Couple runners. One would be in scoring position on a walk, so this is crucial. Plezak's got to make another pitch here. Can't afford to walk him.
A huge full count. Comorley goes, and Lichty chops it.
If he can get a base hit out of this too, with Comorley running on 3-2 with 2 outs, it depends on where it's at. That could score him. Now gotta get the bat on the ball for a base hit first, but definitely extra bases would score him with the runner going.
See if they're not going to try the pickoff move. 3-2 again. Swing and a miss. It was
Nope,
tipped. Did not hear the bat tip. Whew. This is fun, isn't it? This is some good baseball right here.
It is. Low scoring game.
Little stressful. A
Yeah.
little stressful for everybody involved.
Yeah. Low scoring game. 3-1. Bottom of the 8th. Got a runner on first. He's going to be going again here with 3-2. They're not going to pick him. First base playing off the bag. Got to make a play here.
3-2. There goes Comorley again. Lichty fly ball. Miranda's camped under it, and he makes the grab. So, 2-run lead going to the top of the 9th. Foresters will have the meat of their order in the bottom of the 9th. But more than anything, Isaac Horton needs to stop the damage. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. Top of the 9th in a 2-run ball game. Shalaski coming to play. He's 0 for 1 today.
Horton back out there again. He's had a really nice couple innings. Coming in for Noah Arbuckle. Got to do it again here, though.
That one fouled back. Turf for a ball. Arbuckle spiking a lot here in this performance, but still throwing really good pitches, just a handful of spikes.
You mean Horton?
Yeah, Horton, my
Yeah.
apologies. Swing and miss, goes back and hit Shalaski.
Horton's been really good
Yes.
so far. Nobody that I think the Foresters would rather have on the mound in this situation than him right now. He's thrown a lot of innings this year, a lot of appearances for Huntington. Just
Does not paint the corner for a ball.
Just 1 2/3 innings last year for Huntington as a freshman. Worked on a lot of stuff in the offseason. Here he is.
The 2-2. It's a high fly ball into foul territory, and eventually Nico David's going to come up with it for the first out of the inning. Rally air horn.
Now batting the right fielder, number 25.
Is that Adrian Perez out there with that today?
I'm not going to call whoever it is out there.
Oh, my apologies.
Not going to call him out. Whoever it may be.
So that brings Dolan out to the plate. Had a single his last at bat, but and hey, that one's going to be sailed over to McCutcheon, and he flies out.
Good 1-2 start for Isaac Horton. Making some really good pitches here. 23 on the day so far. I would believe that if he gets this next guy out for sure, or just keeps it under 30 pitches, that he might be available for the next game as well. We'll see, just depend on how the arm feels. He did throw on Tuesday as well, but didn't throw yesterday. So I think he would be available, I would assume, but never know.
For the Pilots, the left fielder, number 6, Andrew Miranda.
That brings Andrew Miranda to the plate. Singled his last at bat, but 2 strikeouts on the day. Outside for ball 1. As mentioned beforehand, Ryan, this is actually a pretty good jersey matchup, though. I like the Forrester script green jerseys, as Miranda sails that one to Davitt, who drops it.
Keeps it alive here. It's a good piece of hitting, though, from Miranda, who is 0 for 4 getting his first hit, and looks like they're going to call to the bullpen here.
Talk about guess want to try to just get that final out, and like you said, might have to preserve him for the next game. So, pitching change at the top of the 9th, runner on first. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. One big out expected here for Jonathan Baker.
Yeah, just another really good younger relief pitcher for the Foresters, as his counterpart, Isaac Horton, leaves the game here. Really nice job from him. Just has the runner over there at first that he will inherit here. Baker, really good on the season. Been kind of the number 2, number 3 guy, I guess you could say, for the Foresters. Pitched yesterday against Bethel, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. He faced 6 batters, only threw 22 pitches.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
It's been really, really good as of late, especially that game yesterday kept the Foresters within that 1 run. He threw the 8th and 9th inning. It's just really good, the freshman. Really encouraged to see what he can do for the rest of his career. But in this moment now, got to get 1 out. Keep those 2 runs.
It's a foul tip for strike 2.
That's one way to get it.
Curious to see what Deal's going to put down. Most likely something out of the zone, but Deal needs a crucial block. He checked his swing, and he did not go.
Close. I think Deal thought he did. saw him bend over and kind of sigh.
Good block, though. That's what he needed to do. He certainly wishes he had that third strike.
Yep. Still have a chance to make a pitch, though, here.
1-2. That's a foul tip. Shot over the legs. Ginder has to make a tough play on it, and he is safe.
That's just how it goes sometimes, Carson, I guess. Just not a very good swing. Checked it and just plopped it over the head of Baker, and Ginder had no play to make the throw over. There's nothing he could have done to try to get the out.
Called a ball there. One out. That one paints the outside corner. You all right over there?
No, I couldn't believe that was called a strike.
I couldn't believe it either. So Diesler's up to the plate now. He's 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. As he waits for the 1-1. And the turf and runners advance to scoring position.
Well, you get the first 2 outs, then you give up the base hit, and then you give up an infield single like that where there's no play, and now you've got runners at second and third, and none of this is anybody's fault. It's not even like there was an error or a misplay or anything like that.
Forsters just cannot catch a lucky break today.
Nope.
That one curves right into the zone, and a huge 2-2 here for Bubba Baker.
Well, they have a chance to catch a break here with no damage. Just got to make a pitch here. With a good hitter at the plate, 0 for 3 so far, but no at-bat more important than this one for Deisler.
Deisler calls time, really want to think about it. Certainly does not want that third strikeout of the day to come right here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He dropped it. He throws the bat. Deal sends it down to Young at first base. The Foresters get away with no damage. McCutcheon, Ginder, and Wilson with the game on their back. We'll be right back here on Half the Answer Sports. Bottom of the ninth. Game on the line for McCutcheon, Ginder, and Wilson.
Well, it's the part of the order that you want, for sure. I think you'd like Lichty to be thrown in there somewhere, but, you can't complain too much at this point. Really kind of a complete lineup 1 through 9, but if you had to choose a spot, definitely would getting it started with Ian McCutcheon would be the way to go.
So McCutcheon's 1 for 2 on the day. That one inside. Umpire's giving it to him today. That one about the same spot. That one was a little bit higher.
Yeah, that one was higher with the curveball for sure when it crossed the plate. Ended up getting in there, but by the time it hit the glove. That's the same pitch. Interesting. Interesting call. McCutcheon's got a battle, though.
So a 1-2 count. He fouls it back. And, you really got to feel for both the pitcher and the batter because, the batter doesn't know if he should swing at something that's right there, and the pitcher doesn't know if he can throw it right there.
Yeah.
So really a lose-lose situation for everybody involved.
Well, if you can get it called there, I'd keep going to it at least 50% of the time.
The 1-2 in the turf.
No doubt about that one for sure. Let's see. He's got 101 pitches. Wow. He's been really dominant today. He's got one more inning to do it, though.
A big 2-2 here, and that one's ripped to third base side. Stout is on it, throw it across the field, is out number 1.
Really nice play. That was a hard hit ball right to Stout. Call it the hot corner for a reason. Gloves that, did not pick that glove up until it was nice into his glove, and a really nice pick over there at first by Cooper Tolson, completing the entire play. That could have been really bad for Bethel, though, had he had not scooped it. But it makes it a little bit easier on the turf.
That brings up Langston again to the plate. First pitch. Called strike. Fouled back for strike 2.
Got to get somebody on here. Preferably Langston, with Satchel coming to the plate.
Yeah, give you a little bit of breathing room, and the 2-0 to Langston Ginder. Foul tipped. He dropped the strike. Throw down to first is in time. Right, number 2. So Satchel Wilson comes to the plate now.
Now batting the shortstop, number 12, Satchel Wilson.
Satchel Wilson with a huge at-bat here. Outside for a ball.
Yep, just got to get on base. You just never know. Seem to be pretty down right now, though. Here, still life. Game's still going, so.
Inside for ball 2. He skies that 1-2. Dolan, and Dolan makes the grab! A miraculous play by Dolan will get his team the win. And the Foresters really describing their day right there. Just another really unlucky break.
Put a really good swing on it by Wilson there. Thought at least he'd get extra bases. Ends up getting the out. And just a really good defensive performance by the Bethel Pilots. They definitely earned this win here today. Really good pitching performance from Frank Plezak, who we featured all day yesterday and before the game today. And, yeah, that's exactly why. Absolutely shoved the Foresters down for just 1 run, and that was in the first inning. So back-to-back games where Huntington gets 1 run in the first, nothing for the rest of the game, and gets a complete game.
Old Foresters will be looking for a split in about a half hour here on FDN Sports. 3-1 your final.